Aguirre Spring is a campground located in the Oregon Mountains near Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's a great getaway for those of us that live in the area. The Pine Tree Trail is a family-friendly trail that's about 4.5 miles long with approximately 1,200 feet in net elevation change. It takes you from the desert up into the forest and loops back down into the desert again, with great views along the way. As a bonus, there's even a backcountry site for beginner backpackers. Here's our footage from our day hike. Enjoy.
So Aguirre Springs is a nice campground. I've stayed here several times. It's always kept real well. It's pretty crowded today, I'm guessing because of the pandemic. The trail itself is about 4 to 5 miles, minor elevation change, and it goes from desert to forest at the top. It's not super thick forest, but if you're a desert dweller like me, it's way shadier than usual. So it's a fun family hike. You get some good views. Highly recommend it if you're in the area. It's nestled here in the Oregon Mountains, which sit imposingly. Those rugged peaks just stare down at you. I've been caught in lightning and hail and snow in these mountains. Taking lots of breaks in the shade. It's been a while since Zelda has been on trail, and I want to make sure she stays cool enough and hydrated enough. So she's hanging in there with us. Starting to get to some views. So entrance fees into this park are pretty cheap. It's $5 per vehicle for day use, and I think $7 for overnight. Of course, that could change, so if you do plan on coming here, it's always safe to check their website. We're approaching one of the best views on this trail. One of the cool things about the Oregon Mountains is just the rugged ridgeline. And way out there, this rock monolith here, that's Sugarloaf Peak. We're on the eastern side of the range. And as we look out here, that's the Tularosa Valley. And off that way, you can't see it through the haze though, are the Sacramento Mountains, and where Cloudcroft and Ritos are at. You can see the edge of white sands if you look real hard, kind of in this area, right way in the distance out there. And then down there, I doubt it shows up on the camera, but down there somewhere is the trailhead and the campsites. All right, next stop, the halfway point in the backcountry site. Look at those rugged peaks. So about halfway around the trail, there's a backcountry site. And you can book it, you know, if you're just getting into backpacking and want to test your gear out. It's only 2 miles to the trailhead from here, 2.5 miles or so. All right, guys, time to go. Get down. All right, once you leave the primitive camp, it's all downhill, pretty easy. Well, the sun's out in full force as we're approaching the end of the loop. It's a nice 5-mile-ish jaunt. All right, we've completed the loop. Good job, everybody. Good job, good job. Now we're gonna head back to the cars. We met a guy who was flying a drone around those peaks you see up there, and he spotted falcons up there. It was pretty cool. And then on trail, we ran into a wildlife photographer who knows the Oregon mountains like the back of her hand. I've only done a few trails up here since I live closer to the Franklins. It's pretty cool. So she gave me lots of good ideas for future videos of things to explore. Can't wait. But for now, the adventure is coming to an end. Until next time, y'all.